What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So yesterday I did not make a video. I put it out there that we had a very bad thunderstorm the night before that. We've been having very bad thunderstorms here in Chicago for like the last 3 or 4 days. And the day before yesterday knocked out our power. So we didn't have power for about 13 hours. I was still able to send out some picks. If you would have been on the free picks, meaning go to the link in the description, click on free picks, just like I talk about every day. If you would have done that, you would have got my pick, which was the Nationals on the money line. I put that out there. The Nationals, it was a no sweat bet. They ended up winning 9-5. It was a very easy win. You would have got that play for free if you would have clicked on the link in the description where it says free picks. So do not snooze on that. All right, there's a lot of plays on the board. I'm going to skip a lot of them because there's a lot of contradictions, especially being a holiday. Players don't play the same on holidays. It's an ongoing thing that I've noticed over the years. I'm going to pick the very, very strongest teams, and that's what I'm going with. I'm going to give you guys the breakdown of the teams that I'm looking at. So check this out. I'm looking at the Dodgers very strongly today, but I think there's an injury that we have to be aware of. I'm looking at the Brewers, which is probably one of the best plays on the board so far. I'm going to confirm that right now on this video. Then I'm also looking at the Twins because of the mismatch on the pitching. I'm going to explain all that. I also like the Mariners. And then I'm going to give you a very strong play in baseball. Now, before I continue, guys, make sure you go to the link in the description, click on free picks. You would have got that pick yesterday for free. Even if I don't make a video, that would have been posted right there, which it was. Also, if you want all the VIP picks, you can check us out for 1 day, 1 week, 1 month. In the 1 week pass, you can do Beast Week, and that'll give you 50% off. Also, I'm going to show you this tool that's been winning for us a lot. And I'm actually going to go through the games that I talked about in the Sharp Edge tool. And a lot of this stuff is actually being pointed at by this same tool. That's the way I'm coming up with these plays pretty much every day. So you can get 7 days for free. If you click on the link in the description, then click on 7 days for free, Sharp Edge. You also get access to the Discord if you do that. All right, so this was the play that I gave away yesterday. I'm going to just show you the proof of what happened very quickly yesterday, and then I'll get right into the plays. So the Nationals, they went 9-5. Like I said, they scored 4 runs in the 9th inning. That was not enough to come back from the nasty deficit of 9-1. This was a very easy win. I gave that away for free yesterday in the free picks. Also, overall, in the last 3 days on the free picks, we're on an 8-1 run. If you check my channel, you'll see how many winners I've been giving on the free picks. Last month was probably about 15 straight units of wins just on the free picks. All right, let's get right into it. Make sure you subscribe. Here's the biggest mismatches on the pitching side. You got the Twins pitcher right here. His FIP is 4.75. This guy's one of the worst on the board today, which is Beck from the Yankees. He's one of the worst pitchers for today. He's actually on a negative BB. Then we got the Blue Jays, Bieber. He's also very bad on his FIP compared to the Mariners. Just like I said, I'm looking at the Mariners. I'm also looking at the Twins. And then the heaviest one that I'm looking at is Woodruff right here, which is the Brewers. He's going against this very weak pitcher with Kelly. I actually took the under on this game yesterday. It was a very late add-on, and it did lose because they ended up scoring like 11 runs, and I had them not to score 9. So it was looking decent, but they ended up scoring very early. It was a loss. But I am taking a look at the the Brewers, the Mariners, and the Twins. The overall picture was a 5-2 yesterday on the VIP. I took the Yankees and the Nationals on a 2-leg parlay. Here's the under on the Mariners and Blue Jays. That was a super easy win. They scored like 2 runs in the 8th inning total. So it was a 2-0 win. We had them the day before that also. And they didn't even score like 1 run, I think. And the last one was the Mariners and the Blue Jays on the under 1.5 no-run first inning, and the Angels and the Red Sox on the under 1.5 no-run first inning. So this was a 2-leg parlay. All right, so let's get right into it now. Like I said, I'm looking at the Mariners, I'm looking at the Dodgers, the Brewers, and the Phillies. So when we come in here, first thing you want to look at is the Sharp Line Monitor. Again, this is part of the Sharp Edge. If you haven't done so, get 7 days for free on the link in the description. One of these teams is super overpriced, and I might be staying away because I don't know if there's value in getting them at the -1.5. So the first one, like I mentioned, was the Twins. You can see their line is shifting in their favor. When you're looking at this graph, if it's going down like this, that means that it's actually favorable. It's a favorable matchup. You can see on the Yankees, it's actually going up, and that's actually a negative regression. In sports betting, it's actually reverse logic. So I don't want to confuse you guys, but just know that this Twins, when it's going in their favor, it's actually looking like it's going down. Now that I'm looking at this one here, which is the Phillies, you can see the line is actually going away from them. It was started at a 152. It's currently at a 144. So it's actually going in the Royals' favor. I might just skip that game because I don't like going against the line move that's going against them. The other one that's popping up right here is the Marlins. I'm not touching this game, but you can see that it did move 7 points in the Marlins' favor. Now, one of the heavy ones that I said, everything is pretty much matching. I already showed you the mismatch on the pitching. You can see right here, the line started at a 140. It's currently at a 149. So the line is shifting in the Brewers' favor. And then this is the one I was talking about that's super heavy. On top of that is being super heavy. Now I see that the line is actually going back up towards the Padres. And that normally happens, I will be honest. That does happen when the team gets too heavy. The public starts hitting the other side, meaning that they're going to go with the other team regardless, because there's value in the positive number. If you don't understand what the hell I'm talking about, this is just how you read line moves in sports betting. What you can see clearly, though, is that it's dropping and then it comes back up. And what that means is that the Dodgers are losing favor in the sports betting realm. So on top of that, I think there's a huge injury that we have to look at, which is Ohtani. If he's injured, there's definitely not value in paying for this much juice on the Dodgers. All right, now I come over here to see the lineups, and you can see Ohtani is on the lineup. He's expected to play. So I don't see anything else that should be affecting that dramatic, but I did want to confirm the injury. The injury right here is saying that he's expected to play. However, it does say expected lineup. What this means is that it's not confirmed. So what that tells you is that if you want to go with the Dodgers, you have to confirm the expected lineup, because I did notice that there was some injuries on that team. So make sure that it's a confirmed lineup and the line is shifting in their favor before placing that bet for today. They are one of the better teams, but I'm not confirmed on that play just yet. All right, next tool I want to show you here is going to be the convergence tool right here, which is under the sharp edge. And what this measures is the line move. And if the line is moving, just like I showed you, some of these were, and there's a minimum of 8 cents, meaning it's going 8 cents in their favor. If it is, then it gets tracked on this page right here. So I already showed you about the Twins. I've already talked about it. However, it's only aligning 4 things, and then the other 2 things are opposed, which is the win probability goes towards the Yankees. The other projected runs, you can see the projected runs are favored for the Yankees to score more runs. So if you're going to look at the Twins, make sure you get the +1.5, not the regular money line. That's up to you how you want to look at that. I already showed you the mismatch on the pitching. That's up to you. I might not even take this one. I'm just giving you the overview of what this looks like. The Cardinals I completely skipped, even though there's a 14-cent line move, and that's because the Cubs have been one of the best teams as of late. You can see right here the Tampa Bay Rays have been one of the best teams, then the Cubs, then the Rangers, the Phillies. I will say the Cubs got demolished yesterday. I think they lost 17-2 or 17-1. And that's the other reason why this line and everything is shifting in the favor of St. Louis, because they just got demolished. Now let's take a quick glance over here for the top teams. You got the Tampa Bay Rays, the Rangers, the Dodgers, and the Cubs. Also the Red Sox. The weaker teams right now is the Royals, the Mets, the Padres, the Yankees, and the Diamondbacks. Just like I said, they are one of the worst teams as of late right now, which is the Yankees, and they're only hitting at a 22% hit rate in the last 9 days. So that's one of the huge reasons I'm staying away from the Yankees. If you want access to all the picks, guys, the confirmed picks, go to the link in the description, click on VIP. All right, let's continue. That's the reason I'm skipping the Cardinals, even though they won 17-1. You can see this is a lopsided game, mostly in the favor of the Cubs. The reason they're getting such a line move is because they did whoop them yesterday 17-2. So that's something to consider. The Royals, everything is going flipped in the opposite direction. When there's a huge discrepancy like this, I just stay away completely. So I did mention the Phillies that I was going to take a look at, but now that I see this, the line is shifting in Kansas City's favor, yet everything else is pointing towards the Phillies. The Dodgers, pretty much everything aligns in their favor. So like I said, I've already explained it. I'm not going to beat a dead horse right here, but basically everything is in alignment with the Dodgers. The only thing, like I mentioned before, is confirm the line move and confirm the value. Also confirm the injuries before placing it if you want to go with the Dodgers. Another one to take a look at is the Mariners. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to play that. I'm probably going to do first 5 innings on this one, to be honest, because of the pitching and the bullpen. But That's up to you how you want to play that. I did say that I would mention which ones I'm looking at. That is not confirmed yet. That's something that I'm going to take a look at deeply. Now I'm going to give you the final play, which is going to be the Brewers. I'm going to take the Brewers right here. I'm going to give you the breakdown. Just taking a quick look at this, you can see that it's aligned 4 out of 6 things. So 4 things are in alignment with this, 0 oppose it. And then there's 2 things that did not read. So this one is not red and this one is not red, meaning that everything else is in alignment with the Brewers. That's the win probability, the deeper research, the OPS, and the projected runs. You can see down very quickly down here, the Arizona is projected to score 3.5 runs. Milwaukee's projected to score 5.5 runs. Now, here's all the projections, guys. You can take screenshots if you want. I'm going to scroll pretty slowly. I'm not going to go through each one, but you can take screenshots if you want. And these are the projected scores of what's supposed to happen today. And then, like I mentioned, I'm going to talk about the Brewers game, and then I'll be done. So here's the Brewers game, guys. I'm just going to confirm it. You can see right here, there's already a verdict that's going against what I said. So you have to be careful with this one. However, the line is shifting in their favor. It's went from a 140 to a 146. You can see the public money, 70% of the bets, 93% of the money is coming in on Milwaukee, 60% win probability. And like I mentioned, there was a huge discrepancy on the pitching. Look at Woodruff compared to Kelly. This dude has won 3 games. This guy has won 0. Look at the ERA is 1.44 compared to a 7.31. And on top of that, the FIP is 3.10 compared to a 6.1. So this guy is this is a huge mismatch. This guy is an elite pitcher compared to a weak Kelly pitching. I will tell you the bullpen is a little bit better for Arizona, but not by much. And then the batting is drastically better for Milwaukee. They're ranked 11th versus I think Arizona was like 18th or something like that. There's a whole bunch of other stuff I have to do, but that's what I'm looking at. I'm giving you guys the Brewers on the money line. If it's too expensive, I have not taken a look at how expensive this is. But if it's too expensive, look at the -1. I would not go with the -1.5. The Brewers have been winning. They're one of the best teams right now, but I don't trust them to cover 1.5. So the most I'll do if the spread, or I'm sorry, if the odds are too high, is a -1. Otherwise, look to parlay them if they're too expensive. Either way, I'm taking the Brewers either on the money line or the -1, depending on the odds. Also, like I mentioned, I'm just going to quick overview. I'm taking a deep look at the Dodgers. What's the other one? The Brewers, the Twins, and the Mariners. I might stay away from the Twins, to be honest, but I do like the Mariners maybe on the first 5 innings. Those are not confirmed yet. If you want all the confirmed plays, go to the link in the description, click on VIP. Make sure you get the free picks. Also, on these, happy 4th of July, by the way, I forgot to say that. If I'm going to go like the last 2 weeks or something like that and pick a random comment, if I pick you, you get 1 month for free on the VIP picks, which is a $200 value. So make sure you comment, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Also share this with other people that you know like this kind of information. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day. Make sure to subscribe.